Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 210, episode 210 of Tuck Rule Takes. The gang is all here. Mike, Liam's here as well. Al is here too. Kind of a different episode. The streak has been broken. Guys, it's no longer a Victory Monday episode.
Yeah.
No longer a Victory Monday. This goddamn team.
The Colts and the Chiefs lost. That's a Victory Monday.
So yeah, we'll kind of victory by proxy, I guess. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. But yeah, like I said, episode 210, gang is all here. We got some somewhat breaking news to talk about with the Patriots schedule. Obviously, just kind of recap the weekend, how it relates to the Patriots, and then give you a preview for a huge game against Buffalo this Sunday, which hopefully I'm hoping it's going to be a snow game. I love snow games. There was a snow game over the weekend. Yeah. I loved it. So I'm hoping that's what this Sunday is going to be. But before we get into any of that, we have a group chat for fantasy football, which Al and I are playing this week. Al kicked my ass, but it doesn't matter because we're in the playoffs, as you know, if you heard last episode. But there's been a discussion.
I smoked the competition.
Okay, well, guess what? You're already in it. It doesn't matter. Al, I'm going to throw it to you. Set the scene for this nonsense that was going on in the group chat, and then we'll get into our topics.
Yeah, so we were having a discussion like we typically do, and by we, I mean about half of us in the chat. And by half, I mean, yeah, it's like me, Mike, and then maybe two others. Then Liam will chime in with an off-brand comment every once in a while.
Like a GIF.
Gotta keep things fresh.
Exactly. You got to keep things, lively. So we were talking about the Patriots, and obviously right now, Patriots are 11-2. They're trying to go for the 1 seed. They don't have the tiebreaker against the Denver Broncos because of head-to-heads, not head-to-head, but common opponent schedule. Broncos edged the Patriots out after beating the Raiders on Sunday, so that sucks, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. This was the topic that we were debating in the group chat, and I think it's safe to say, Mike, you and I were on the same page on this one. I think we were both very much,
great
in
minds.
sync.
Yep.
Yes, great minds think alike. So if the Patriots are in a situation, week 18, to get the number 1 seed, do you play Drake May and the starters against the Miami Dolphins at home? Or do you sit the starters knowing that you have a playoff spot? You might lose the number 1 seed, but you shouldn't care because the Patriots are these road warriors and they've taken care of business all season, get extra rest, all that stuff. So Mike and I are on one side of it, but Liam, I want to hear from you on this because you didn't chime in because obviously you're working, common working man, understand, you got to do what you got to do. We appreciate you and respect you for it. So
you're going to make me blush.
So
respect. Yeah.
Do what you have to do in this situation because Mike and I thought one way, a couple others thought another way. We want you to break the tie.
Oh, you also didn't bring up, Al, the other reason why the other argument was done was for injuries. Like what happens if injuries happen? Miami could take shots at Drake May or whatever. But yeah, Liam, what would you do in the scenario that Al just laid out with, number 1 seed being on the line in the final week of the season?
This is a weird one. I guess like anything else, the answer usually lies somewhere in between. Like, I guess it depends on circumstances. Like, if this was the 2009 Saints and Colts, I would rest the starters. It doesn't matter. You're going to go to the playoffs, so you're going to smoke the playoffs. But in the Patriot circumstance, you have to look at the opponents, who else is in the playoffs, as well as how much confidence do you have in the Patriots? And do you think it would make a monumental difference having home field advantage? The last 2 years, we didn't have home field advantage. Now it seems like we do. Seems like things are back. There seems to be a benefit of playing at home, especially with all the warm weather teams that are in the playoffs or looking to be in the playoffs. In this circumstance, I would say you have to play the guys and go for the 1 seed. I don't think anyone's realistically expecting the Patriots to win the Super Bowl, but you could. Like, crazier things have happened, and if you have the chance to make history, Drake May would be a quarterback that could win the Super Bowl in his second season. He'd be the youngest quarterback to do it. He beat out Big Ben. Like, that's something you got to go for. And the Steelers, Big Ben was a game away from doing it in his second year. I think he did it in his third year. Like if you have the chance, you got to do it. But I guess like I would say yes because I think uh, the one seed home field is a huge advantage. But do you guys see it as a huge advantage? We're crushing on the road too, so it's not like we're winless on the road, undefeated at home. We're destroying the competition either way. What do you guys think?
What was
I
your
think
main reason? Yeah.
my main thing was, I mean, we first of all, we agree with you. Like, play for the one seed. That's what you should do. But when you look at the rest of the field, okay, in this potential world, and again, there's still a month left of football to play, so there's still plenty of stuff that can happen. But we're gonna play the if the season ended right now game. If the season ended right now, the field would be in no particular order: Denver, New England, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, the Bills, the Chargers, and the Texans. So you look at that, who really scares you in that group? There's no team that really, really scares you. The only thing that scares you a little bit is the Texans defense. And mainly it's Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson on opposite sides. Like those are the two guys.
Let me ask you real quick, Al. In the playoffs, is it just refresh my memory because we haven't fucking been in the playoffs for so long.
Yeah.
If we were the 2 seed, we would play the 7 seed, correct?
Correct.
That's how it goes. 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. So we would be playing the Texans if it ended right now. So that kind of goes to what you're saying.
Right. And the Texans are probably the hottest team in the NFL right now. The only exception that people could make it are the Miami Dolphins, who have won 4 straight, but let's be honest, it's the Dolphins and they played all crap teams, so forget that. But people in this group chat are afraid of the Texans, rightfully so. So wouldn't you want to get the 1 seed, stay out of that mess at least for wild card round, and then the divisional round, they probably get beat, and then at worst you have another week to prepare for them potentially? Like that's where my mind goes. Get the best seeding, get the extra week of rest too. Because you guys remember the 2019 season, obviously, Brady's last year. They lose that final regular season game in Miami, which I was at, and I hated my life at that point. But and they didn't get the 1, and they didn't get the bye, so then they had to play Vrabel and the Titans, and then they lose that game. Where if they had the bye, they would have been in the divisional round, and they would have gotten some guys back. So that's where my mind goes. Play to get the best seed. Put yourself in the best situation.
Also, I like that picture you painted there because if the Texans are the boogeyman team that we're afraid of, though they win ugly, and I don't know if we should be, they look downright horrible to start the year. But if that's the team that you're afraid of in this circumstance, it'd almost be better to avoid playing them in the first round and then hope that they shit themselves and like lose a game that they're not supposed to. And then you run the risk of not having to play them at all, where, if we're matching up with them, we cave on the first seed or whatever, we end up getting them in the first round. That just, that might just suck. Maybe we just match up poorly with them, but at least you're giving them the chance to shit all over themselves before they even get to you.
See, my opinion of it, and like Al said, we're all on the same side where you'd probably play the starters and go. I'm not worried about, injuries and stuff like that. That happens every game. Like if Drake May happened to get hurt in that final game, like you're always going to, like, if he gets hurt in any game where the Patriots are up, you can do why was he in the game? My whole thing is, I think that the starters would play because that's how Mike Vrabel has ran this team. It's a hard work, no naps. That's the thing, how it was no days off. Now it's no naps. Like I just couldn't see this Mike Vrabel led team being like, oh, we could get the 1 seed, but you know what? We're going to rest for no. Strap your fucking helmet on and get out there. If we can, what's his whole thing? He wants to win the division. He's talking about the team being champions already. Like he's already trying to get that mindset in there. The mindset of a champion isn't, oh, we're going to take a rest, just to try to be healthy. No, if we can win a game, we're going to try to win a game. Now, granted, if there's nothing on the line, then no, you don't play them. But like the scenario is the 1 seed. Like if you win, you get the 1 seed. Essentially, like, yeah, you got to have them play out there. You got to have them go. You're playing the Dolphins too. So it's not even like you're playing I don't know,
Yes.
like the Falcons defense, which isn't even great, but it's not like you're playing like a really good defense.
It's
like,
not
no,
like you're playing the Browns again. It's not like you're playing the Browns.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly.
If you play it, there's a chance you're up 20 at halftime, and then I'd sit all
Take 'em
my
out.
guys and be like,
Mhm.
actually 20 might be like the cusp where I think about keeping the starters in. But say we have a healthy halftime lead, you sit them. It might need
Yep.
to a tough decision on that day, but most of all, like you're going to be playing that extra game. You're going to play it one way or another with your starters. If you bench them, then they're going to be playing in the first round. And that's where I would imagine Diego's argument comes into play here, where he's like, I'd rather them play a meaningful game than a useless game. But it also depends. Like you're framing it as a useless game because of the fact that like you're just assuming like, oh, we'll just sit them and then we'll dominate the playoffs. No, that's not the circumstance. And like I love this Patriots team. They're unbelievable. They're overachievers. I love the opponents they're against. The Bills are terrible. The Steelers they have the greatest quarterback ever, but they're really, only okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Jaguars blow. The Broncos are ugly to watch. Like I like the matchups here with all of them. Really, like with every single one across the board. Chargers,
even Houston, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if Mike, you might have seen this, but Liam, I know you haven't. We have some NFL breaking news, which is very hilarious. You guys want me to read it real quick?
Yeah. What is it?
From Ian Rappaport. The Colts are planning to bring potential Hall of Fame quarterback Philip Rivers into their facility Tuesday to work out to see if he may join their practice squad per him and Mike Garofalo. This is
that
real.
Is awesome.
Hold on, let me finish this real quick. This is real. Daniel Jones' season is over. Riley Leonard will start, but Rivers may be an option.
That would be incredible.
That is electric. Get Philip Rivers back on the field somehow. Good.
Please.
He probably stays ready. He's got like 12 kids, so he's probably still active doing stuff. So he's
probably have full fielded football games in the backyard. He's got an offensive line, a defensive line, secondary. He's ready.
Bring me Philip Rivers. Now, I'm still, that doesn't make me afraid of the Colts at all, but that makes that any game they play 10 times more exciting if Philip Rivers is the quarterback. Oh my God. That's like actual breaking news. That'd be crazy. Imagine if he shows up. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like, what's his name? Frank Ragnow. You see the Lions tried to bring him back.
Yeah.
An offensive lineman, failed a physical. He has like a hamstring tear, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right.
How does he not know that going in?
That's what everybody said. It was like, what were you trying to like save face or something? Did someone call you like a pussy and you were like, I got to show you I'm not, like, I'm going to go play football again. And like come to
like all his old teammates are like, really, you're leaving us out here to die? He's like, all right, watch this. Then he gets in there.
He's like, I can't come back. Like,
shit. Dude, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, that was nuts. But okay, Philip Rivers. All right. But just to go back to the 1 seed thing, and I guess it was a topic we were going to talk about anyways, but we'll kind of just throw it out there now. With the 1 seed, how important is it to you guys? Now, I know we just said like final game of the year, you want to get it, all that stuff, but like, what's your comfort level if they get it or if they don't get it? And we've kind of mentioned it a little bit, but just to kind of get our thoughts completely out there, mine just to quickly, throw them out there. Like you said, Liam, I'm very confident in the Patriots team. I think they can beat anybody. I think that Josh McDaniels will have some sort of a game plan against the Texans defense. It might not be pretty, but I think he'll have something for it. And then in my eyes, you think about a bye week in a first round bye. The Patriots had their bye week in week 14. They had the latest bye week of the year. I don't know if I'd want them to have a bye week, 4 games on, then another bye. Like, I would love it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still fine with it. But like, if they had to play, I'm cool with that too. Like, keep the momentum going, assuming they're bringing momentum into the playoffs, because at that point, like, Milton Williams will be back. He'll have 5 weeks at that point to heal. Will Campbell, same thing. He would have had 5 weeks at that point. Reports are, by the way, Will Campbell is walking around the locker room fine. So, obviously not fine enough to play right now, but like he's recovering to what they think. Jared Wilson should be playing. Kairos Tonga should be playing as well. Schooler as well. So, like, I know that you want that first round bye just to be like, we're the number 1 seed, home field throughout, like we're the best, all that. But I wouldn't be mad at the number 2. So like, just like, what's your like, I guess, like, how much do you think the Patriots need it, or how much do you want it? Like, on a scale of 1 to whatever.
How much they need it? It's probably like a 5 or a 6. But I would say, how much do I want it and how much do fans want it? Like a 9 or a 10. Because that 1 seed, again, it gives you that extra week for guys like Will Campbell that you were just talking about. For other guys that may get nicked up a little bit, banged up a little bit. You're going to need it to get your roster to be as fully healthy as possible. You're telling me a guy like Milton Williams, who, yeah, he could probably return in the Jets game, if not the Miami game, but you're telling me that extra week won't help him a little bit? Like, get your guys fully healthy so that way your team is as healthy as possible to get yourselves ready to play 3 more football games in the month of January, hopefully into February. I mean, I think it just makes that much of a difference. And you get the extra week to prepare in the divisional round. I mean, that's huge
That's
too.
the big one. Because do you guys believe in like ring rust? Like, basically if you're sitting for an extra week, like the other team's been playing nonstop however many weeks, like, do you guys buy into that? I do a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I'm like, if they have to play wild card weekend, so be it. Like, it is what it is. But still, Liam, same question to you though. Like, how much do you think they need it? How much do you want it?
I guess to answer it super technically, I think the Patriots without a first round bye have a 30% chance of winning the Super Bowl. With a first round bye, I'd give them a 45-50% chance of winning the Super Bowl. Like I do think it makes a difference. How much do I want it? We're already on house money, dude. Like, it's the difference from me and Al. Go tear up the brook. We're at the roulette tables, and I'm up, $1,000 compared to like $2,000. I went there with $200, so I'm already way up. Like, would I like $2,000? Yeah, but am I going to be pissed if I'm walking out of there with $1,000? No, I'll be pretty psyched. So just like the fact that we're here, I'm appeased. You got me. I'm in. Um, but yeah, so like I want it. But either way, just the fact that we're here, like, dude, we're good. We made it. Look, Ma, no hands.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Look Ma, No Hands, good song. I think like the main thing I guess you could say where I would buy into, yeah, you should definitely, like, I think they need it, is just injuries. Like, we don't know how healthy they're going to be coming out of it. I mean, obviously everybody's going to be nicked up to an extent. The other thing, and we're going to talk about this when we talk about the Bills, Mike Vrabel is 6-0 coming off a bye. So that's I don't know if that includes playoffs. I haven't looked into it. I don't know if that includes like a first round bye. I'm not sure. I would assume it does because I haven't heard anybody say any different or that like caveat in the statistic. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's still definitely something that they should shoot for. But if they don't get it, I don't think that Patriots fans or anybody should be worried. You're still going to have home field against everybody but Denver. And I mean, you just have to obviously hope for health, which I mean, I know that's kind of a weird thing to say when like some crucial players are hurt and dinged up, but maybe they have nothing to play for in week 18. Maybe like even if they win, they can't get the 1 seed, then maybe you sit them. You have kind of like a pseudo first round bye. I don't know. Like you said, Al, a lot of football left to go. I just think it's interesting to kind of wrap it up with what Liam said. We're kind of playing with house money in a way because no one thought that the Patriots were going to be here. I mean, I had them at 11-6. That was being generous. I really thought 10-7 along with you guys. I mean, they're obviously going to blow those records out of the water. You would assume, unless some catastrophic thing happens. But yeah, interesting convo. We'll talk more about the first round or the number 1 seed as the weeks progress here. Did you guys have anything else on that before we get into the Ravens game being rescheduled?
Nope.
Nothing. So as I said, before we came on, probably like half an hour or so before, the NFL put out there that they are flexing the Patriots at Baltimore game from Sunday at 1:00 to Sunday Night Football. That will give the Patriots 4 primetime games. They had 1 in 2024, and then they had 3 coming into the year and one of those was Thursday night football, but now they're getting another one. I think next season, the Patriots, I think I've said this a few times the last couple of weeks, the Patriots will be towards the top of the league in primetime games. But just quick thoughts from you guys. 1 o'clock to 8:30 Sunday night football. Are you guys happy about it? You think it's going to be a good game? We don't have to do a preview because we'll do that next week, but just kind of overall thoughts when you heard that news, when you saw that come across your calendar, as they say.
Unpopular opinion, but I was a little bit bummed because I love the 1 p.m. good solid game, like whatever it was. Like I didn't watch it this past weekend because I was away on a mini vacation, but the Bengals and the Bills being in the 1 o'clock slot, the Ravens and the Steelers, like good quality football games, good games on the slate at 1 o'clock. It's the best because
I'm with you on that.
Yes,
I'm with you on that.
Yes. Yeah. 4:25, it's like, okay, it's like, starting to get to be nighttime. The Sunday scaries are kicking in. And then 8:20, 8:30, it's like, oh, geez. Like, okay, now it's real. Like, I got to go to work tomorrow, whatever it is. But 1 o'clock, it's like, okay.
How do you get Sunday scaries if you don't drink?
Just scaries to go into work the next day.
Yeah, Sunday scaries still exist.
Yeah.
I think you need a new job.
I
get Sunday scaries because I got a little mouthy and belligerent in front of my lady's family at the Christmas party. That's why I get Sunday scaries.
Something tells me that's not just a one-time occurrence.
It's a personal.
No, it's every year on the holiday.
Holidays, keyword. Anyways, so but yeah, the 1 o'clock games are just awesome, and especially growing up with it. Like we grew up. The Patriots were on Sunday. They were at 1 o'clock. They would win, dominate, and then we'd go on with the rest of our day. And it's starting to feel like that again this year a little bit. Now, obviously, we'll have a future conversation about their tough schedule next year, but we'll deal with that next year. Let's just stay with this year. But the 1 o'clock games are just fun. Obviously, Drake May, Lamar Jackson, Sunday Night Football. You can't beat it. It's going to be fun. And especially it's, 5 days before Christmas pretty much, or 4 days before Christmas. That's a pretty good early Christmas gift for us Patriots fans. So you take it.
Yeah. Liam, how do you feel about it? And by the way, also, how do you feel about 1 o'clock games? I feel like I've asked you so many times, but just kind of how do you feel about the 1 o'clock games too?
1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Monday, Thursday. I don't discriminate, baby. Football's football. I love each and every one of them. I was jazzed up that they moved this to Sunday night. Carrie's right. I am waiting all day for Sunday night. I promise you, the Sunday night games are my favorite. I can work from home on Monday, or I can go in if the game sucks and I end up calling it at halftime, which most recently it has been. But I promise you, that Monday, I'm working from home. I'm going to watch the whole fucking game.
Same.
I'm probably going to get a couple bevies in me. I'm going to be feeling good. I'm very excited. It's Sunday night football. This is prime time. Like I think of my favorite memories of watching Patriots games over the years. It's a lot of the prime time games, like the Thursday night football game against the Broncos when we came back from like 21-0 down at halftime. Wes Welker fumbled the punt and the Patriots won. Like all of these, the Jonas Gray game, that was a Monday night game. There were so many
Ravens game, the Mark Andrews touchdown, not touchdown was a prime time game. Remember that one? That was actually on my birthday. I remember that specifically.
The Steelers Jesse James touchdown, not touchdown, was also a Sunday night game. Like there are just so many memories.
That's what I'm talking about, by the way, not Ravens. I say Ravens, I meant Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah. But even still, like I remember in the prime like Patriots time where it's like, all right, like if we're on Sunday, it's going to be against somebody good. We're probably going to kick their dick in. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so I'm psyched. Sunday Night Football, baby. We deserve this.
So we do deserve it. I was a little bummed for one reason specifically. Al, I think I told you, Liam, I don't know if I mentioned to you, I'm going to be in Vegas that Sunday.
Oh,
so for me, I'm going the 17th to the 21st, not for my birthday, but my birthday is the 18th. So I'm going to be there for that. So our flight is the 21st. It's like late at night. We're not going to get back to Florida till like 5 or 6 in the morning or something with like the time difference and everything. So the 1 o'clock game almost worked perfectly because it would have been 10 o'clock in the morning. You kind of watch that a little bit and then we'll kind of go out and do what we're going to do because I'm going to be with Nicole, her parents and everything. So it's not just me there. But now it's Sunday Night Football. Now it's going to be 5:30, middle of the day. Like, I don't know. like I'm not going to force everybody to come watch the game. I might have to just get updates from you guys and then just rewatch it before we record the next day. But either way,
if they're not prioritizing the Patriots game, it might be time to get new in-laws. You can trade them in.
I can't. It's our first time in Vegas, or just Nicole and I, not the in-laws.
They have
so like,
TVs
I'm not gonna.
at some casinos now.
They do. Yeah, that's the spin zone I'm gonna try to be like, hey,
just be like, hey, the sports book's open. Yeah, 100%.
But like, personal strife aside, I am just happy that the Patriots got another primetime game. Sunday night football is always cool because you do have like the full slate, like you were saying, Al. But then, like, you put it on NBC or Peacock, wherever you watch it, and like you are the sole focus. You get you get the music, Carrie Underwood, sure, but you get the dun 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 dun, dun, like it's just perfect. Like another opportunity for the Patriots and Drake May to show why everybody is so fond of them this year. And it's against a Ravens team that's kind of floundering right now. They're 6-7.
Like, they're not floundering. They are not there this year.
They don't look like they want to play.
I finally
football.
have to cave. They're terrible.
It's crazy. I hope that. Oh God, I hope. I just wish Milton Williams was back for this game, because that would be beautiful if he was. But oh well, I guess we'll just have to deal with Chase on getting like a couple sacks or something. But no, I mean we don't need to spend a bunch of time on it. Just kind of news that came across. I think it's cool. Patriots get another primetime game. But yeah, other than that, we'll talk more about it next week. But I guess we do have to talk about the weekend of football. The first one, I know I'm not going to start chronologically. I want to go with the one that I enjoyed the most. The Chiefs lost last night, and I think we can officially say the Chiefs dynasty is done. Kelsey's going to be gone after this year. Mahomes clearly, like, I know the Chiefs had 4 drops and all that, but not just talking about this game. Mahomes hasn't looked great the whole year. Like, I know stats, whatever, that, but if you watch the games, he doesn't look that good. Andy Reid making some bonehead decisions. Like, is he losing it? I don't know. Is he inhaling his mustache hair and he can't think straight? I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, since this was the first game, we'll talk about this. Then you guys can throw it another one. One, did you guys watch the Chiefs game? And 2, how'd you feel about it? I was elated.
I'll keep mine quick. Did not watch the Chiefs game. By the time Courtney and I got home, we were exhausted, and so we just went to bed. It was a long day of travel. But
school night, like you said, school night, Sunday.
Yeah, it's brutal. But having said that, when I woke up the next morning and I got a text from Mike being like, the Texans should fire their OC. What was the word? Expeditiously? Is that what you said?
Yes, expeditiously. And I don't throw that word around.
You don't.
I don't. I'm serious when I use that.
You don't. And when I saw that, I was like, okay. So the Chiefs came back and won. Sure enough, I look, Texans won 20-10. I'm like, first of all, what's he talking about? And second of all, the Chiefs lost. That's the best part about this all.
You had to watch it, man. The Houston offense, like, 0 adjustments. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, they just kept banging their head against the wall. Like Woody Marks was ripping off some runs here and there, but just nothing to mitigate the Chiefs defense, their pass rush. It was like Stroud looked like shit for like 90% of the game. It was crazy. I've never seen a team like actively like try not to make any adjustments. That's when I sent that. And I sent that too when I think like it looked like the Chiefs might go down and go ahead or something. And I was like, this is bullshit. Like, we already had the Bengals give a game up to the Bills. I don't need the Texans to now give a game up to the Chiefs. And this weekend becomes bullshit for Patriots fans. But that's why I sent that to you. That's why. Liam, did you watch the game?
Of course I did. Every blessed second of it.
Okay. So how'd you feel about it? And did you feel the same way about my comments about the Texans offense?
Yeah. Like, the play calls definitely weren't great, but most of all, like, I guess I don't really know who else to blame besides that, because like CJ Stroud wasn't particularly bad. It just, I don't know. It looks like everyone's running in quicksand. Like the Texans offense just looks so lame. Like, besides Nico Collins, who's unbelievable and basically unguardable, everyone else was just dog shit. Like, the blocking sucked. I think Stroud was sacked 3 times. There's no run game, but there hasn't been a run game all season for him to speak of. So I want to say they're just not talented. Like, they just don't have a good team. So I don't know. The offensive coordinator would definitely take the blame for it, but I don't know if it's him or if they just suck.
It might be both.
But it was Yeah.
Maybe.
But it was incredible seeing Rashee Rice just get crucified over the middle. Travis Kelce gets sandwiched and then picked off. Like, it was like a movie, which, like, it was a movie where each explosive action scene was better than the last one. And I'm like, oh my God, like another one. Oh my God, this is incredible. Like, it was so good. Like, oh my God, I ate every bit of it up. There's a particular stunt coordinator that I love. His name's Darren Prescott. And I know if Darren Prescott is the stunt coordinator in a movie, then I know it's going to be an exceptionally thrilling movie. And that's how I felt watching this, where I was just like going into it. I was like, okay, hopefully the Chiefs lose. And then after like the first big hit, I'm like, okay, Texans got a little mustard here. It's kind of like the last Patriots game against the Giants, where you're like, okay, like they're hitting, and then there was more hitting, and then Mahomes throws a pick, and then he throws two picks, and then he throws three fucking picks, and like everyone's getting bodied all over the place, and I was like, now that's a picture.
Yeah, like I think you could tell from like the first drive that the Texans came to play, and I was like, I knew they were well, but like their record snuck up on me too. Like in my head, I'm like, there's no way they're 7-4 at that point, or like 7-3 or whatever, but they were, and
Yeah.
like they are. I would compare them not as bad as this comparison, but they remind me of the Browns in the sense where they have a great defense, like a great pass rusher, really good secondary, like linebackers that can play, just a very, very
Arguably the best
solid
corner
defense
in the league.
Yeah. Oh, he is up there. But just an offense that just looks so bad. And the reason I say it's not like the Browns exactly, because you would think or like to think that CJ Stroud can make more plays than Shador Sanders, that
Right.
Dalton Schultz can at least do something like Harold Fannin can at least, or like Nico Collins is better than basically anyone the Browns have on offense. But yet it just seems like it's such a one-sided team. And I like D'Amico Ryans. I like their defense. I like Will Anderson. Like I'm going to dislike him if the Patriots play him in the playoffs. But like I was so scared that the Chiefs were going to black magic their way into another win. And
it did seem like that for a while.
That's probably when I texted Al. Like, I don't remember exactly when, but that was probably when.
Because it was so annoying. Like the Texans offense gave you no hope that they were actually going to win this game. It's almost like you're waiting for them to blow it at any minute, even as Chiefs players are dropping like flies and getting sent out on gurneys. I'm like, Tyquan Thornton will have an 80-yard touchdown right about now, and it doesn't happen. I'm like, right
He
about
almost
now,
did.
nothing.
Remember,
And
he caught it, but then it got knocked
and
out. Then I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
100%. I was like, okay, something might be working here. But like, if the Texans offense was halfway competent, it would have been a 30-40 point blowout. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly kind of probably the next game we'll talk about, the Bills Bengals game. You can kind of say the same thing for the Bengals on that side. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, just I'm happy the Chiefs lost. Travis Kelce got lit up. Al, I don't know if you saw the hit when he hit it and he's like fumbling the ball like this. It gets picked off and he gets just like what is it? The jacked up right in the chest. Right in the chest. He just falls down. I could have sworn you could see him in his eyes contemplating retirement in that moment. It was crazy. But yeah, I was happy they lost. I think their chance to make the playoffs is like 16%. Their streak at division titles ends at 9. They didn't get to the Patriots, which was 10. Their streak at playoff appearances ends at 10. They didn't get to the Patriots, which was 11. Kind of funny how the NFL gods work in that sense, where they said, listen, you're going to be great, but you're not ready to be that great yet. So also one other thing, I saw some people saying that this wasn't a dynasty. This was a dynasty.
It was.
Three Super Bowl wins. Like, come on.
3 Super Bowl wins, 5 appearances. Yeah.
Yeah. In 10 years, like, come on. That was a dynasty. It's just Patriots fans are like, oh, well, it wasn't 20 years. Yeah, nothing's 20 years. Like,
no.
Come on. Marriages don't even last 20 years. Like, you expect a dynasty to? Mine will. But yeah, it was it was nice to see the Chiefs lose. So, kind of a little golf clap for the Texans. Get your offense together, please. Just not when you play the Patriots in the playoffs. Next game, though, I feel like Bills Bengals, feel like we have to watch that one. Al, you didn't watch this either. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? You didn't get to watch any of them, or
No, I was following along on my phone.
okay. That makes sense because I would say some things and like I know, like you would kind of like we were talking, and I was like, I don't think this motherfucker's watching the game. I'm pretty sure he's busy, and I know I'm pretty sure you said it anyway.
Yeah.
This was a frustrating one. Like
tell me
Joe Burrow, buddy, you can't throw 2 picks back-to-back drives.
One of
being
which
a pick
wasn't his
six.
fault.
Okay, let me ask you, which one? The tip, the second one?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that on Twitter. That one was
When it gets
like,
batted at the line and the ball happens to go like a punt straight in the air. Like if I'm Joe Burrow, I'm like, well, that's just fucking annoying.
Yeah, it happened, but it had to happen right after you threw a lollipop pick six. Like you threw it right, it wasn't like, and I kind of told you, Al. Remember the interception that Drake May threw against the Browns? He hit the Browns rookie linebacker, kind of like probably 8 yards in front of him, but he was throwing it kind of hard. The linebacker had to jump up and make a good play. This was not that. Joe Burrow, like I think that's how I throw the ball to like my nieces when I play with them. Like when I'm throwing balls to them, like I might even throw it harder to them than Joe Burrow did this ball. Tried to loft it over the Bills defender. Dude obviously got it. Didn't even bobble it. Just got it 2 hands right there. Ran down. I thought Jamar Chase was going to catch him, but I guess he just didn't want to. I don't know. But then I was like, all right, Joe Burrow's going to get the ball, go down, score again. Nope, picked at the line, interception. I had to listen to Mike Tirico. Oh, and it happens again. Shut the fuck up. Mike Tirico is the worst voice to hear when something's happening you don't want to happen because he's so good at getting like animated. But when it's something you don't want, I'm like, oh, whoa,
yeah, like
shut up. Shut. Yeah. But either way, it was a snow game. Josh Allen had a fine game. Everyone's going to say oh, he's a fringe MVP candidate, blah, blah, blah. But the Bills did win. Al, I know you didn't see it. Liam, I'm assuming you did. How'd you guys feel about that one? Kind of just your recap of that game.
You got it?
No, you got it.
Okay.
You guys playing tummy sticks? Someone.
Yeah, pretty
Someone
much.
got it.
It was
Liam's gonna get pulled over again.
Yeah, it was I don't know, it was kind of like watching your mother-in-law go over a cliff in a Cadillac. You had mixed emotions on the matter. And I thought it was an incredibly exciting game. I hated the final result, but like, goddamn, it was a dynamic game, and that's all I could ask for. But like, I don't watch a movie and then if the ending sucks, I don't throw out the whole movie. I'm like, oh, that was a really good, hour and 20, and just leave out the last 20 minutes. But yeah, like I was furious at the result for many, many reasons. Joe Burrow is better than that. The Bills are worse than that. So yeah, mixed emotions.
Joe Burrow had a great game, by the way, other than those 2 plays. And I know it's tough to be like, if you take out the 2 massive mistakes, but if you take out the 2 massive mistakes, he had a great game in the snow too, to boot.
Right.
And probably win by 2 touchdowns.
Probably. And we talked about this too a little bit, but Joe Burrow is wasting his career in Cincinnati. I'm sorry, but he is. I know they have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Chase Brown and whatever, but if you can't play defense, if you can't stop anybody, it doesn't matter how many points you score. And Cincinnati's proven it this year. They've lost games like that, 39-34, 32-28, etc. And last year too, right? So when you're losing games on defense and you have one guy that, by the way, is injured and is probably going to leave you after this year anyway, yeah, you got the quarterback, but you don't have much else.
Who's injured and leaving?
Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, right.
So when you have that, it's like, why if you're Joe Burrow, why would you want to stay? Like, I understand, like, you had the Super Bowl run in 21, but they haven't gotten close since. And Zach Taylor,
they actually did get close. They got close the next year. It's very annoying.
The next year, okay, fine.
Mahomes gets pushed out of bounds, and they call that fucking foul call.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that then. They have regressed since that Super Bowl year.
Every year they go down a notch.
Yep, they just go down and down and down.
Super Bowl, championship game, divisional wild card,
nothing. No playoffs, losing records. Yeah, it's just going to keep getting worse.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Never
I think
realized that.
it sucks. I think like for the Patriots, I had to think like after, other than just wanting the Bills to lose, kind of had to like recalibrate my thoughts for a second because I was like, it doesn't really matter for the Pats. Like if we win on Sunday, like it doesn't matter. And honestly, I don't even think that it matters in the grand scheme, anyways, because I think the Patriots still have the East locked up. A lot will have to happen for the Bills to get there. They'll have to not only win on Sunday, but they'll have to have more wins than the Patriots, I believe, if everything falls how it is. So they can't even tie record wise. Like a lot would have to happen. The Patriots are still going to win the East. But it was just annoying. Like you just want to see Buffalo lose.
Yeah.
And it just Josh Allen whining after plays. Like I want to like him too, because
God,
like,
so
I don't know, like off the field, he seems likable, as like a lot of these people probably do. Like, you know, like I said, I want to like him, but he makes it so difficult. So it was annoying. I love snow games though. So I was seated, like strapped in, ready to watch this game. I could watch snow games all day.
The complaining is next level to me, where everyone's like, oh, Josh Allen is this generational player. I'm like, he's a generational complainer. He drives me out of my fucking mind. It's the same reason why my love for Luka Doncic has faded, because everything with Luka is layup, contested or not. He's looking at the ref, flipping out. Sir, you're like, dude, you have 45 points, 7 rebounds, and 13 assists. I'm begging you, stop yelling at the ref. You are
You don't need
having
it.
your way with this game. Josh Allen, too. Anytime he gets touched, he's on the ground. It's losing his mind. We did deal with Tom Brady's antics complaining to refs, but it was never this flagrant. You just hear his whiny voice back there, point, say a few things at the ref, and walk off. And then you'd see him, take his anger out on an iPad on the sidelines or his teammates like a normal quarterback does. But like with Josh Allen, it's just he's on the ground waving his arms. Like when you're intentionally flopping and then or getting hit and
He's
then
bad
losing your
at that.
mind after. Oh
Intentionally
my
throwing
God,
his
it's
head back. He's
horrible.
gotta watch
Yeah.
that.
Which I'm like, God, I hope you get got. I just want somebody to screw you up.
I think the league, even though they're still calling some ticky tack calls, they're being a little more lenient with hits on quarterbacks. Not a
I
lot,
hope so.
but enough. I mean, we saw it with Christian Ellis, even though obviously it was legal, but we've seen them call that. Like
Yeah.
it's just there seems to be where it's like, listen, you guys can't be throwing your head back so much. You can't be having your late slides or your tiptoeing near the near out of bounds. Like you can't do it because like the defenders can only do so much to protect you. Like you have to protect yourself too.
Yeah, I remember I was watching the 2002 Bucks Americas game when the Bucks were
That's a
just a
great
really
one, by the
it's
way.
incredible, and John Gruden was the head coach for that. So they like do the documentary all through the season, and they're playing Michael Vick, and I'll get back to the point, but quick funny aside. The week leading up to playing the Falcons, John Gruden puts on a third down reel of the Atlanta Falcons offense. He goes, these are the plays they like to run and whatnot. So they play 4 or 5 plays out of this. And Simeon Rice yells from the back, or Warren Sapp yells from the back of the room and goes, Yo, are we watching Mike Vick fucking highlight tape? Turn this shit off. And
Oh,
Simeon
yeah, I
Simeon
remember
Rice
that.
turns around and goes, It's a third down reel, fool. Shut up. And I'm like, ooh, Mike Vick was good. But like back to the task at hand. So they're playing Mike Vick. And in this meeting room, John Gruden goes, when we start this game, first 15-yard penalty is on me. No one gets punished for it. He goes, hit Mike Vick. Hit him as hard as you can. Hit him after the play. Hit him before the play. Hit him as hard as you can. First one's on me. There will be no punishment. He goes, I will pay the fine of whoever does that, which I think is technically illegal now. So it was probably a
Yeah.
no-no. But in theory, that's if I was a head coach, I'd be like, all right, first person to just fucking lay into Josh Allen. I got you.
Sometimes you have to do that. And like, obviously you want to keep it as legal looking as
Yeah,
possible.
but if
And
you're going to react the way you react, then don't be surprised
yep,
when I react the way I react.
100%. That's why. And like, that's something maybe not to that extent, but I think Vrabel would be fine with that. If you have a hard hit and it's one of those kind of ticky tack, could be one way or another. I don't think Vrabel's going to punish anyone for it. It's like, listen,
And I would
football's
say
a violent game.
Mike Vrabel probably said the same thing about Jackson Dart. He's like, if he leaves that pocket, you stick him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and they did. And I think you're going to get the same thing with your Lamar Jacksons, with your Josh Allen, which I'm sure was already discussed. Like, that's why I like this defense. They're a very violent defense,
Yes.
but yeah, it was just frustrating to watch, but whatever. Take care of business. We'll talk about the Bills game in a little bit. And everything's good. We kind of already touched on the Colts losing with Daniel Jones, Phillip Rivers coming back. So we'll discuss that next week, depending on what happens there. But the last game I kind of had to I wanted to bring up was really just the Broncos. I know maybe we thought there was a glimmer of hope that the Raiders could pull off a win. I think almost immediately you could see that wasn't going to happen. I texted Al and I was like, dude, the Raiders suck. Like, it's just not going to happen.
I've lost money on the Raiders the last 3 weeks. So finally, I was like, I've had enough. I'm not going to stand for this anymore. I have had enough. And I hammered the Broncos, and I was like, good, let's get this shit over with.
Yeah, it was just an annoying game. You could just see they're overmatched. The Broncos are a good team, but I think I guess this is more like the outcome is what we thought. And the Broncos, by the way, now have the number one seed in the AFC. The fact that they beat the Raiders and we lost to the Raiders kind of fucks over the Patriots because now you need to finish with a better record. You can't just tie and hope to win the tiebreaker. I mean, the Broncos do have some losable games. They play the Packers, the Chargers, the Chiefs, and I think they play the Raiders again. So that's going to be a win. But either way, the Broncos do have some losable games, but them taking over the first place, like it is what it is. I think we all thought that was going to happen. The Broncos themselves, I want to ask you guys because, like, I know that they have the same record as the Patriots. Like I said, they're number one in the AFC. I'm not, and like I know people talk about their defense as being good, and they are. They do have a good secondary, like they have a solid defense, but like, should I be more worried about them? Because I'm kind of not. And I'm not saying that the Broncos could never beat the Patriots, like if we play in the playoffs or whatever. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos got bounced in their first playoff game. Like they were one and done or something. Like, I don't know how do you guys feel about the Broncos? Are you as like high on them as a lot of people seem to be? Or are you kind of like meh?
I'm on the Mets side. I mean, Bo Nix is their quarterback. There's just something about Bo Nix that I can't fully trust yet. It's
No.
just it's weird. And you look at the matchups, like RJ Harvey's having a nice season, and who's really their big play receiver? Like I know Cortland Sutton's there, but he's always kind of just like hanging around, not really doing much. And Troy
Mm-hmm.
Franklin has a couple games here and
It's
there,
fine.
but like, who really scares you on offense? They're similar to the Texans, I think. They have a pretty good defense,
Mm-hmm.
but their offense doesn't like wow you to everything. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, they're
There's
like
something about the
Walmart
Broncos.
brand Texans in my eyes when it comes to
Yeah.
like defense and kind of just like overall vibes. I think their offense is better than the Texans, but it's like you said, Bo Nix. Like I know he has whatever, like he has wins. He had a playoff appearance last year, but like I don't see the like, and I mean, I'm gonna sound like a homer, but I don't see like the Drake May esque like you got to watch out, like he can make these plays, or if you want to use Josh Allen or whoever, someone who isn't a Patriot, like I just don't see it. And like you said, RJ Harvey, nice. I think on one of the mock drafts I did, I don't know if it was the one that we did here. I thought maybe the Patriots would have drafted him. They obviously didn't. But yeah, like I don't like does Cortland Sutton scare you? Like Gonzalez
Yeah,
should hopefully
he's
be
the
able
biggest one.
to mitigate him a little bit. I'm not saying shut him down. But like I don't know, Liam, where do you fall on this? Are you more worried? Or are you more on Al and I's kind of meh side with the Broncos?
I'm worried just because, like, I don't think this is the Patriots of old where we're gonna. I feel 100% certain about them going against any opponent, but I'm also scared of the Broncos because it's a well-coached team. Like, it's a Sean Payton team. Like, their team doesn't particularly scare me. Harvey's actually kind of a monster. I think he's really good. Cortland Sutton's definitely a number one receiver. I think he's a baller.
He's good.
Bo
Yeah.
Nix can look awesome and dog shit. And there seems to be very little net middle field with that one. Um, and like their secondary is good. Their defense is above average. But like most of all, it's a few of the players and mostly the coach. I'm like, yeah, like it, but it's Sean Payton. Like I can never count him out. If this was almost any other coach, I'd probably be like, they look ugly. They win ugly. Like it's never fun. My buddy is my old college roommate. He's a diehard Broncos fan. He says watching every game blows. He's like, I don't have fun watching any of this. Even the Raiders game. He's like, yeah, he's like, we were killing him most of the game, but like we were up 20-7, like or 21-7, whatever it was, 24-7, I think was what it was toward the end. He's like, we should have been up 50. Like they suck. He was like,
Yeah, it didn't
Geno
feel
Smith
like
threw.
it didn't feel like
Yeah, I think Geno threw 2 picks or whatever it was. He's like, but each pick he threw, it's like we didn't do anything with it. He's like, at the end we have 24 points. He's like, I'm amazed, but like he's like watching this team blows. He's like, but we always win. Like I'm always happy at the end of it, but I never feel good about it.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so
that's where
that's it.
and I was just gonna say that's where you feel confident as a Patriots fan. Because let's call it like it is. Who would we rather have as a quarterback? Drake May or Bo Nix? Drake May. That's
Drake May
easy.
every day. Yeah.
Mike Vrabel, I know, Liam, you really love Sean Payton, and Sean Payton's proven himself in this league. But you could also say that for this season, this specific season, you might give Mike Vrabel a little bit of the coaching advantage, and at the worst, you call it a push. Like you feel confident with Mike Vrabel going into a game plan against the Broncos. And like we talked about earlier with Denver's offense, you put Gonzalez on Sutton, and you can have Carlton Davis or Marcus Jones kind of eye Troy Franklin or whoever else. Like the run defense will have Milton Williams back. It's hard to not feel confident about these matchups because you have an MVP caliber quarterback, a guy who's probably going to get coach of the year, and a top 10 NFL defense. So like, yeah.
Vrabel, by the way, I think with the Colts, with Daniel Jones going down, Vrabel is 100% getting coach of the year, right?
Oh yeah.
Like there's no other team. Like I know that the Broncos are good, but like they were good last year, and Sean Payton was here last year. Like Mike Vrabel took over a 4-13 team, and they're probably going to have a 13-4 record. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I don't know. I think Vrabel is a shoo-in for that one, but
Yeah, I think that's a layup.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I think it's just like a kind of like you said, Liam, with your buddy, like that might be why I'm not as worried about the Broncos, is just because like they don't look like their wins don't look great. Granted, I haven't watched every Broncos game. I've caught it when it's on. If the Patriots aren't on, like, I'll either put it on Red Zone, whatever. But either way, like they don't look like a great team. Like I'm more worried about the Bills or shit, even the Steelers, even though like they suck, but at least they have Aaron Rodgers. Like they have someone there and they have DK Metcalf who could go off at any time. Even though I think he's out, he had a concussion or something. I think he's in protocol or something like that. Maybe it was just something during the game. I forget what it was, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not as worried about the Broncos. I see a lot of Patriots fans trying to shit all over them with their record and Bo Nix and blah, blah, blah. Like, again, kind of goes back to what I said last week. Patriots fans are embarrassing themselves. A lot of them are. Like, listen, they're 11-2, the same record that the Patriots have. Like, you can poke holes in everybody's season for the most part. Like, just it is what it is. Like, everybody has easy wins, bad losses, good wins, whatever it is. But yeah, I wouldn't be worried about the Broncos. The good news is you're probably not going to have to play them. And if you do, it's going to be to go to the Super Bowl. So like, you kind of dodge that bullet. You're going to be messing around with the likes of the Steelers and the Jaguars and the Texans probably. But again, that's as long as things go where they're supposed to go when you get the 2 or the 1 seed. Anything else from this weekend you guys want to talk about though before we get to the Bills game?
No, let's get into it. It's Bills week. We need to get fired up. Yeah. Let's go.
True.
And honestly, it's pretty easy to be fired up, guys. The Bills have the 28th ranked rush defense. They have the 3rd ranked pass defense. So just wanted to throw that out there for your, thinking pleasure or whatever. Kind of initial thoughts. I see a lot of Patriots fans being a little bit worried about this one, blah, blah, blah. And I'm here to remind everybody, maybe not you two, but just everybody listening. these are not the 2024 Patriots. These aren't the 2023, even 2022, 21 Patriots. These are the 2025 Patriots who have Drake May at quarterback. He has an actual offense. You have Stephon Diggs. You have Trevion Henderson, who was a nothing in the Bills game in week 5. But now he has, I think, the second most rookie rushing yards so far for her running back.
Yeah, that was quick.
Another one too, and this might not seem big, but if you're a Patriots fan, it is kind of big. Kayvon Chason did not play in that Bills game. He's playing in this one. He has shown that he was worth everything that they signed him for in this offseason. Granted, Milton Williams will not be there. Will Campbell will not be there. But for the Bills, Joey Bosa is probably not going to be playing. He's got a hamstring injury. He missed that Bengals game. In word around Buffalo, I checked. I was looking around on Twitter to see kind of what was going on there. They expect him. They wouldn't be surprised if he missed this Patriots game. So I think the Patriots had a whole week to game plan for this. As I mentioned before, Mike Vrabel, 6-0 coming off the bye. Do with that what you will, however much stock you put into those stats. I think the Patriots win this game. They won 23-20 the last game, if I remember correctly, right? I think the Patriots win this one by at least 7. I don't care what Vegas is. I know it's like Bills 1.5 or whatever it happens to be. This is at home. It's cold. It's probably going to be snowing. This isn't the same Patriots team the Bills played in week 5. This is a much better team. We'll kind of talk about specifics and stuff as we go here, but I'm very optimistic about this game. How are you guys feeling about
it? Cautiously optimistic, because I think this is the last game of the season where you have an opponent that's, I don't want to say close to you, but you have an opponent that is going to be competitive with you. The Ravens are going to be competitive, but I still think they win that game easier than the Bills game, and we'll talk about the Ravens game next week, obviously. But you still have to stop number 17, and you got to make sure that he doesn't go off for 5 touchdowns total on you. You can't do what Cincinnati did last week and not have a spy on him on 3rd and long situations, because he will run if he sees the opportunity to run and nobody's open. Mm-hmm. So having said that, I do think the Patriots win this game, but it's going to be awfully close. I'm going to say like a 24-21 type of game. It's going to be a close. I think it's going to be closer than people think. I mean, Vegas already has the Bills as favorites so far. They have them as slight favorites, which, Vegas knows something, but it's going to be competitive. That's the thing.
Wow. I didn't know we had a Josh Allen lover on here. It's just very, very
I knew you were going to have some.
I know. Just showing respect. Do you guys know respect?
Are we on this podcast with Tony Romo? Like, wow.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Are we on this podcast with Donovan McNabb and Michael Vick?
You walked into that one, Liam. You walked right
into these guys. You just listed off 3 incredible players.
Wait. Are we on a podcast with Chip Kelly? Are we on a podcast?
Fuck Chip Kelly.
Yeah, see, there it is. See,
that's not where this is going at all.
Is this called Philly Special Takes, or is it?
No, these are
sometimes I think you think it's called Philly Special Takes.
No, because Chip Kelly sucks and Josh Allen sucks. Like we're not talking about the same thing.
He hasn't been great.
He's not great. And we have Tony Romo here just glazing him on the broadcast. It's fucking disgusting. I don't want to hear this. Most of all, because it's not true.
I didn't know that saying "stop Josh Allen" is glazing over him.
It wasn't that. It wasn't just we have to stop Josh Allen. It was like, we have to stop Josh Allen because he runs and he throws a lot of touchdowns. Yeah, like it's just the gall you have that like he's just this unbelievable player that's not a gigantic giant who loves to throw picks and
a lot of breathy words. You have to stop him. He's so good at running.
Oh my God. You must stop 17.
Listen, I breathe heavily. I mean, I got to get that fixed. I breathe heavily.
I will. Yeah, I can tell with 17 stop himself. 17 will stop himself. It'll be pretty easy, actually. I think it's going to be a dick kicking. The Bills are dog shit. They're going to stroll in here after getting this last win, thinking they're hot shit. And it's going to be an ugly, ugly display of football. not for the Patriots. I smell a Jalen Hawkins pick on the horizon. Like I can see how this is gonna go. Because last year, when we were not good, Josh Allen threw 2 picks against us. Earlier this season, I don't think he threw a pick actually,
Marcus
but he
Jones,
wasn't
yes,
very
he
Yeah,
good.
he
did.
did.
Oh, it
Marcus
was
Jones
Marcus
jumped it.
Jones.
Remember?
Okay, yeah,
That
yeah,
was a
you're right. Yeah,
takeaway.
right
That
over
wasn't
the
even a
middle.
giveaway. He
That was a
jumped right
fucking
in front.
takeaway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that's going to happen again. I think this Bills team blows.
Yeah, I think that Josh Allen definitely throws a pick. Like you said though, Liam, the part that really makes me think the Patriots will win. Patriots are coming out of their bye. I think that the Bills. I think the Bills are going to think that, like you said, they're hot shit. Big win against Joe Burrow in the snow at home. Everybody's getting all crazy. Al's getting all breathy talking about him. Like Josh Allen's getting all amped up. I think they're going to come into Foxborough kind of like, you know what? Like we're taking back the East. Like, things have been restored. Balance has been restored. And I think the Patriots cooked up something really good in this bye
Yeah.
week. I think we're going to see a really good McDaniels game. We saw a good McDaniels game the last in
Yes.
week 5, but I think that there's more weapons now, and that weapon is Trevion Henderson. And also, just Drake May is playing so much better than he was in week 5. Remember, that was when we were still thinking about, God, how many picks is he going to throw? He keeps fumbling the ball here and there. Like, I'm sure you guys remember that was right in the thick of that. Those conversations aren't really being had anymore. The Patriots went into the bye, which I'm going back to that because I think it was important how they went into the bye. They went into this bye week reminding everybody who they were, saying, hey, listen, you're going to get a week off from us, but before we go, we're going to show you exactly what the fuck we're all about. And that's what they did when they essentially tried to kill the Giants, and they did so swimmingly. But now they're coming out of the bye. I think that there's going to be a good game plan going. I think that the Patriots have something to play for. They want to protect home field. Every team does, but it just seems like it's more different here, right? Hashtag different here, to take a little Celtics hashtag from Twitter.
Mhm.
Like that's how it seems with this team. And I didn't mean to rhyme, but yeah, I just think it's going to be good. I think that the Patriots come out. I think they're going to get up, not big, but I think they go into the half, maybe up 2 scores. I think Buffalo probably gets it a little closer, maybe to like a 3-point game in the second half. But no, I think that the Patriots come out, and I think that we see a lot of sad, cold Josh Allen on the sideline. I think we see that, and then we have whoever's doing the game. They're like, this team was riding high, and now the East has slipped away. This, what we said coming into it, this was what they call a hat and t-shirt game. And the Patriots did that. And I think that's what it's going to be. It's a 1:00 game. I think we're going to be able to watch the 4:00 slate and the night game with no stress. Everybody's happy. Everybody's drunk except for Al, because he works the next day. We all do, but I work from home that day. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. I think, would you say, Al, you said like 24-21.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like 27-17.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go 27-17. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. What do you got? Or I guess, Al, you gave yours. Liam, score if you had to give one.
30-13. Dick kicking.
Honestly,
Kicking.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: who do you think goes off other than Stephon Diggs? Because I think Diggs is gonna he's at home. Cardi B's probably gonna be there. He's playing the Bills again. He's going to want to go off. Who do you, whether it's offense or defense? Because I have a guy. Who do you guys think?
That's easy. Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins is going to want to prove a point against the Bills.
Really? You're going to have some backpack celebrations?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The little.
I love it. I love Mac Hollins, by the way.
I don't know if he's going to have a great game, but the last time we played the Bills, Trevion Henderson failed to get all of us 25 yards. If you remember correctly, that was our big bet. We needed 25 fucking yards.
He had 17 yards, I think. Yep.
No, I thought it was 24. It was just under, right?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was under by 1
I'll look
yard.
it up. Keep going. Yeah. Oh, it was. Oh, yeah.
So it was.
Yeah.
So he had a marginal role in the game plan. And now the Bills are coming in here. They've obviously seen what he's been doing, but they didn't really play against Trevion Henderson. Mm-hmm. He was hamstrung by minutes and play calling. Mm-hmm. And now I think it's going to be a bloodbath. I'm very excited. I think he's going to have a good game. I don't know if he's going to have like a crazy game, but that would be who I'd guess.
That was going to be my pick. I could see him just ripping off some like chunk yards here, especially if Bosa's out. You run to whoever his backup is or whatever, run away from it, whatever. I'm going to go. Who? What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say realistically, I don't think there is an offensive star of this game. I think it's a defensive star. I think it's going to be like if we're going to win this game decisively, it's going to be on the back of an incredible defense. And with that, did Spillane have a pick this last? Which game did Spillane get the pick in? The Steelers game?
Cleveland game.
A couple games ago.
Cleveland
Yeah,
game. Okay. So if I were to pick, I think it's going to be a big game. Marche Mapu always seems to get a pick against them too, but I'm not picking him. I'm going to double down. I think Jalen Hawkins. I think he has an incredible game. He's out there, he lays the wood, and he gets a pick, and you're like, that was a defensive game.
Yeah, my guy's kind of defense. I think this is going to be a Marcus Jones game. Maybe we get another return, just some big returns. And I do think he picks off Josh Allen. If I had to pick, though, just defense as a whole, I think the defense shows up. Maybe not the pass rush because, like, it's still a little iffy. Milton Williams is out. Like, we don't know Harold Landry. Maybe he's actually a little bit more healed up. So we'll see. But Tonga should be back. So that should be good. So hopefully that helps the red zone offense, too, by the way. Put him in there at fullback. If you tell me you have him, Stevenson in the snow, running behind Mike Onwenu and Morgan Moses, you're not going to score. You're going to score. But yeah, I'm going the whole defense. If I had to pick one, though, I'm going to do Marcus Jones. I think he's going to come up with some big plays and hopefully some decent returns too. Do you guys think Kyle Williams does anything big in this game? Because he was a nothing. No, he's been what I've seen and what kind of when people have been breaking down the Patriots offense, Drake May has been looking his way a little bit more. And Kyle Williams has been torching corners all year, but it just wasn't as involved in the game plan. Recently, in the last couple of weeks, Drake May has looked his way a little bit more. I could see him torching Tre'Davious White because Tre'Davious White is not what he used to be. And Drake May, if he even sees a glimmer, he's going to give you a chance to go get the ball. So I'd like to see a big Kyle Williams catch too. It doesn't need to be a deep touchdown, maybe a slant he takes like 40 yards or something. But yeah, so Al, you think it's going to be a closer game than Liam and I, obviously. Liam, you think it's going to be more of a blowout than I do. I think either way, this is going to be a really good game. Really, really good game. Mike Vrabel has been talking about championships. Don't rest. That's why week 18, you're going to play your players as you are. I think that this team is on a mission. Liam, you said that no one realistically thinks they can get to the Super Bowl. Depending on what happens in this game or how they look, I might come in here saying this is going to be the representative from the AFC. There's nobody that
I
scares
fully expect
me.
that from you to be completely
like it. If you think about it logically, we just broke it down. Who are you afraid of? Nobody. Who do you think? You think the Broncos are going to come out of the AFC? The Bills? Probably not. The Chiefs aren't in the playoffs. The Ravens are trash. The Steelers have a broken quarterback. No, Liam, stop. But you know what I mean? The Jags aren't making the Super Bowl. I don't know. We'll see. But this is going to be a really good game. I'm excited. I want to see Drake May beat Josh Allen again. I want to see you solidify the division. That would be crazy to go from not making the playoffs, just a shit team, to the next year you win the division. Oh,
yeah.
Pretty good.
Beautiful. Yes. What a fucking turnaround.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I think it's a realistic thing for them to potentially make the Super Bowl. But we'll take it 1 week at a time, win the division first. That was Mike Vrabel's first thing. You had to beat bad teams or play winning football or not play bad football, whatever he said. Then his next goal was win the division. You can do that Sunday. Hopefully that's what happens. I want to ask you guys, though, Tuck Rule takes bet. Do we go back to Trevion Henderson this game? I think we give him a chance to get us yards again. I think we do it.
Ooh, little redemption.
That's what I want. Yep.
Yeah.
I want redemption.
Over under at? Do we know?
I'll look on Prize Picks real quick because that's normally the same thing. But I think we got to do it. He is at where is he? Not Luther Burden.
I'll double check.
He's at 40. He's at 46.5 on Prize Picks. I think he gets that.
Yeah. Let me just double check.
That's one run.
Let me check the stats.
That could be one run.
Could be one
run. 80% of that. And you never know. If if it is kind of a shitty weather game, they're going to run the ball a little bit more. Like I said, the Bills, they have no Ed Oliver up front. Joey Bosa might not be out. He's not a great rush defender anyways, but still.
It's 46 and a half.
46 and a half. I would do that.
He's gone over that in the last 6 games and then not once in the games before then. So
yeah, because he wasn't playing. Now he's here, baby. Henderson time. I'm going with him. I don't know if you guys have a better one.
I know. I think that's good. I think
I think that's the
win
move.
Our money back. How much money did we all put in this? Do we remember?
I do not remember.
I don't remember either.
We'll have to look. I'm sure it's in the text somewhere.
I put a lot in there. I remember how much I put in. It was a criminal amount. So I'm gonna have to double that.
We'll look back into it. Disgusting. But yeah, I think Henderson gets over. I think he gets over 50 for sure. And yeah, I think the Patriots win. And holy shit, guys, we might come in here next week. We might be AFC East champs. How crazy is that? Oh my God. And you got people bitching about fucking stupid ass things. That just like, stop complaining, guys. You're one of the best teams in the league. Like,
yeah, life is great.
God. Anything else you guys want to get to before we get out of here?
No, I'm good. Just let's get to Sunday.
I know. I can't wait. This is going to be the longest week. This is going to be the longest week. Goddamn. But we will be here next week though. Hopefully, like I said, after a big win, and God, this will be Tuck Rule Takes episode 211, home of your division champs. Oh my God. It sounds great. So for Liam, Al, Mike, yes, it does. Just like when Al talks about Josh Allen, he loves coming off the tongue. For Al, Liam, I'm Mike. This was Tuck Rule Takes episode 210. We'll see you next week. I did want to give a shout out though. Sports Spider. That's Sports Spider. That's Sports Spider with a Y, in case you didn't know. Go check them out. They've been sticking with us for the last bunch of episodes. Go to the NFL tab, go to the Patriots. You'll see us there. If we're not, you know what to do. Scroll down a little bit. We'll be right there. Also, Couch Guy Sports. I'm not going to go into the spiel about Couch Guy Sports. We're 210 episodes in. You know who Couch Guy Sports is at this point. Go check them out, please, as well. Liam also has a podcast on there about the Celtics, which third place, I believe, right? In the division, if I remember correctly.
I knew it. There's so much.
Celtics are showing us. Celtics and Bruins are coming back. This is great. And now if the Red Sox could just do something in the winter meetings right now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So we'll see what happens. But thank you for the reminder, Liam. So for Liam, Al, I'm Mike. This was Tuck Rule Takes. Thank you, Sports Spider and Couch Guy Sports. We will see you next week. Like I said, hopefully as division champs. And if not, we'll still be here. So sweet feet.
Miami's in the college football playoffs, baby. Let's